President Biden continues to ignore the United States Supreme Court by doubling down, renewing his call to keep going on college debt handouts. He even posted on X, "My administration has canceled student debt for 3.6 million people through various actions, bringing the promise of higher education to more hardworking Americans. And we're going to keep going." Well, the thing is, 44 million Americans hold about 1.7 trillion in student loan debt. But that's not the majority of Americans. This was never popular with the majority of Americans who don't have college degrees, who don't want to pay for the college degree of someone who did go and that has a chance at having a higher income. It seems backwards for most Americans. But also, furthermore, the Supreme Court explicitly told Biden, hey, if you're going to spend this much money to forgive student debt, then it has to go through Congress, because $400 billion is too much money for the executive branch, which is the case. It is for the executive to pretend to be the legislative branch. So Biden continues to ignore the Supreme Court, even though they're saying this is not okay. So now he's doing it with a bunch of small forgiveness, but he's doing so much of it. It's essentially ignoring the Supreme Court, because all of these smaller amounts, and when I say small, I mean in the billions, still big, but they add up over time to a lot more money. And in that way, it's slowly adding up to more money than the executive branch should have through executive orders. And the Biden administration, again, is continuing to ignore the Supreme Court because his poll numbers are in the 40s. You have Karine Jean-Pierre saying that Americans just need to give Bidenomics more time. Well, Americans have run out of patience looking at their bank accounts and seeing the fact that it's harder to live than it ever has been in Biden's America in any recent time economically. So Biden just is not doing well, and he needs to listen to the Supreme Court and stop trying to forgive debt that he doesn't have the constitutional authority to do. Hey, if you enjoyed this update, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe. We'll talk to you next time.